Hello and welcome back to Voice Matters October Live. Today is day 19, Presence, Pet Peeves. In some ways, it's a follow-up to yesterday's Get Naked post. In their attempts to help us, sometimes people will give us tips that they think are helpful, that will expand our impact as leaders, and they're often things that come from the outside in. And I would like to help reframe them to be more useful. My first presence pet peeve is when someone says, be more interesting, or be more engaging, or can you be more enthusiastic, or can you smile more? How I would like to reframe that is to give yourself full permission to use your full range, and then focus on the impact that you want to have. There's one of the biggest ways that I hate this when it shows up is when someone is smiling and being enthusiastic through a part of the story that's actually darker and full of a lot of grief. It sends out a signal that isn't in alignment or coming from the inside and radiating out that speaker wants to create. Another pet peeve is when someone says, can you vary your pitch more, or can you animate your voice more? I would suggest replacing that with enliven your audience, because it takes the focus off of you again and puts it on the impact that you want to have over there. If you give yourself full permission and then focus on enlivening your audience, your voice will follow the impact that you want to have. If you want to soothe them, your voice will follow that. If you want to wake them up, your voice will follow that. The next one is when somebody says, focus on your body language, or actually suggests that you come up with gestures like this one from presidential races and political people in the 1980s. Focus instead on your audience, connecting with them and paying attention to their nonverbal half of the conversation. When we do that, our hands will take care of themselves. Our body language will often take care of itself. If we are truly present with them in an open-hearted way, we tend to start talking to them and relating to them the way that we do when we're with one other person or with our closest friends. Another bit of advice that I don't love is when someone says to practice in the mirror. This is a presence pet peeve, because practicing in the mirror actually takes us out of being present in our skin into looking at ourselves and how we're doing as we do it. Another thing that a student actually said during a class years ago that I love, and I'm going to borrow it now, is when you are up there speaking, there will not be a mirror. So even if you find practicing in a mirror to be useful, you have to learn how to do it from the inside out, because you will not be watching yourself, you will be looking at your audience. My suggestion would be, instead of practicing in a mirror, actually practice with some people playing the role of your audience. Get someone, another live body, to watch you as you practice. That way you get to make friends with the sensations and experience of having another person there. A big one that not a lot of people actually say anymore, and I wanted to add it to the presence pet peeve list, is to picture people in their underwear. There is nothing related to presence about picturing people in their underwear. If you are picturing people in their underwear while speaking, and they are not, in fact, in their underwear, then you're somewhere else. You are in your imagination. There's no magic pill for presence. Be present, connect with the audience that is there, learn how to breathe, and have a conversation with them. And my final presence pet peeve is to dress for success. I would like to reframe that as dress in a way that expresses you and makes you feel comfortable. Things like lighting yourself, the outfit that you wear, makeup that you may put on. It's tempting for us to look at that in like, how does it make me look? We as the speaker are not as important as the audience. We have come to give or create an experience for the audience. So by all means, make sure that you have enough light on your face, not to make yourself look good, but to make sure that they can see you and see your message. And then dress in a way that is fully expressing you and meeting them where they are at. These are some of the ways to actually peel away the non-get naked layers and actually come back to being present. Just a few more days left. Again, if you're loving this content, go ahead and join the Stand in Your Power with Lori Smith Facebook group. After October Live ends, the Facebook group is the main place that I'll be continuing to give free, digestible experiences like these. I'll see you back here tomorrow.